I stumbled to the side as Sabine dragged Julian inside. Dominic followed her swiftly, casting a concerned glance at me. I looked down, remembering that I wore only a sheet, and muttered, "I should put something on." Dominic nodded once before raising an eyebrow at his completely naked son. His eyes stopped on the tattoo.
"Maybe you should find some clothes, too."
Julian's lips pressed into a line. He tugged free of his mother's grip and grabbed my hand.
"He wants to talk to her."
His voice filled my head. "You mean lecture her, right?" Sabine had killed someone. That wasn't a surprise, but I'd never seen her so frantic. Violent, yes, imperious, calculating. I expected these things from Sabine. But this was different. She seemed almost anxious, and it didn't feel like it had anything to do with losing the crown. I wasn't really sure what to make of it, but I held Julian's hand tightly and followed him inside the bedroom. "I'm not sure this is salvageable." I held up the blood-stained dress I'd worn this evening. I hated the sight of it, not just because it had practically been my funeral gown, but because I'd gotten it from Willem. I shook my head, wanting to clear the memories, but my chest tightened. Julian was beside me instantly, his strong arms around me.
"It's not,"
he agreed. His head bent, and he nuzzled my neck, his lips brushing the scar from his earlier feeding.
"I can hear your thoughts about Willem and what happened, but we don't have to talk about it."
A lump knotted my throat, but I managed to nod. Maybe someday I would be ready to recall the memories of where I'd been and what I'd done, but right now they were too raw and painful. Plus, there were other things to worry about. "Your mom seems different."
"She does."
He took a deep breath and released me before striding over to a chest of drawers. Opening one, he fished in it for a moment before producing a nightgown. He passed it to me and opened another drawer.
"Ginevra was taller than you, though not by much."
I slipped it over my head, catching a whiff of gardenia and sweet vanilla lingering on the silk. The nightgown was the deep blue-black of a moonless night, and it glided over my skin with a soft caress. A strange sense of peace settled over me as I slid the straps over my shoulders. It was a little too big for me, but beautifully made, its neckline trimmed with delicate lace and the phases of the moon embroidered across its bodice. Julian stepped away, shaking out a pair of silk pajama pants. He seemed strangely comfortable here, like he knew the place. "She had a very well-stocked wardrobe," I commented lightly, even though something about the words felt heavy.
"She kept a lot of lovers,"
he explained. My heart stuttered at the soft swooshing sound Julian's pajama pants made when he stepped into them. Lovers. It wasn't just that he knew that, but he also knew she kept clothing for them. I tried to ignore the pressure swelling inside me.